There's much work to be done.
Okay, so, I mean, for somebody out there who is not familiar with this book, give a summary. Give a summary of my Nigerian dream.
Okay, my Nigerian dream. Okay, my Nigerian dream. I think I've said a pre-talk about how the book came out. But the book came out actually from that topic, the role of Nigerian youth in nation building. This particular day, we were speaking to a younger category, 18, 17. And I was talking, but I figured out the class was so boring, like there was no interest. People were like, why do you have to, one student asked me, why do you have to talk about Nigeria? Like, don't you have other topics, or don't you think there's something better? A young person talking about saying that. And I said, wow, this is the mindset people have. So I told them, okay, look, I made them realize the country you're living is a determinant in your success. So you cannot bypass that, you cannot downplay it. So I made them realize the country you're living is very important, you participate, you know what's happening. And that day we formed the content of this book, My Nigerian Dream.
That was the day.
Yes, that was the day
came up with it.
they talked about the 13. If you look at, there are two sections in this book. The section 1 is, I think, 13 points in Nigerian Dream. How people wish they can be constant electricity. People wish they can pursue their dreams without fear of insecurity. People wish things can be done well. Okay, that's the first aspect. That's where they form the first aspect. Then the second aspect, which has to do with your totality as a human being. I've always been fascinated as a human being. What makes people do what they do? I said earlier, if you want to change a man, you focus on his mindset. So the second aspect talks about the totality of a man, your mindset, your level of thinking, your ability to take responsibility. So that's what formulated this book.
Okay, now let's to provide some form of teaser.
Okay.
For somebody who is wondering what's in your book. Okay. Page 119.
Okay.
You titled it The Strive for Excellence. I'm going to read a bit, and then maybe you can pick it up from there, and then we'll keep.
All right.
Let me ask you, why would you rather wear a cloth tagged made in USA than wear one tagged made in Nigeria? Or use a gadget that's made outside the shores of the country than one made within the country? Okay. Years back, I and a friend went to the mall. We had bought a few items then. The last item she was to get was body cream. So she was looking for a good one to buy. I jokingly prescribed something natural and locally made. Her response was, forget it. She gave me a sarcastic look and said, you want me to use cream made in Nigeria? I'd rather not use cream at all than to try that. Wow. That's, Roy, that really happened.
Yeah, it really happened, of course.
You'd rather not use at all and use one
in Nigeria.
It's that bad?
It's that bad, yes.
Tell me, so because of time, we can't read through.
Okay.
But what you were saying here is people would rather use made in America or made in China than use made in Nigeria.
Exactly. That is how it is over here. And you need to see the conviction in which she used in saying that. She said it with all the energy in her. Never. This is just one of many. Okay?
Yeah, there's so many examples.
One of many examples here. So that is just showing the conviction people have. People lack the belief in the country. You see, when I'm speaking to students and I'm talking passionately, someone asks me, why are you passionate about this country? There's nothing good that can come from this place.
Okay, Roy, you also, I get your sense in your faith in how much this book can do in the country. But somebody will argue that people don't read enough. Why do you have so much faith in this book?
Yes, that is, I self-published this book, so I know the reading culture in Nigeria is very, very low. I can see. But you can't also blame we Nigerians. We don't have good structures in place. We have few bookstores. Bookstores are selective. They want to know who you are first before they collect your books. You get? So it's a two-way thing. Fine, people don't have the reading culture, which is a major problem, and it does start from growing up in our schools. We are good in cramming than understanding things. So people would rather just look at a formula or look at something and just.
So if that's the reality, I mean, to round up now, if that's the reality, why do you have so much faith in You believe this book is going to make a lot of impact. You keep saying that.
Yes.
How do you say that? Sarah?
Yeah. Okay, let me clear that. I believe in the content of this book rather than in the paperwork,
Okay.
which is more important because this is just paper, but the content is what will make the difference.
Okay.
So that's why wherever I go, I try to talk people into this. Let people believe in the Nigerian dream. It is possible that this country gets better. Look at Singapore. Let me give an instance. Singapore is a country that I always refer to. They have no natural resource. Okay, Nigeria has oil, we have everything, but Singapore today, they went from a third world country to a first world nation. In other words, they're competing with the likes of United States, China, and the rest. What happened? They had a good leader, Lee Kuan Yew. He was the person that, what he did, number one thing was he made sure education was number one in the country. Every of their resources, they streamlined it to education. In Singapore, it said 98% of their population are literate.
Wow, incredible, Roy. We'll just have to stop here. We'll go on
there's a whole lot. Yeah, there's a whole lot.
Your passion oozes out.
Yeah, that's fine.
I wish every not just young Nigerians, every Nigerian, can catch that passion.
Yeah,
and,
true.
We can begin to fix our country.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time.
Yeah.
And my Nigerian dream.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
So have you on the show.
Yeah, David. Nice to meet you.